It's the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Big 8-man tag on Monday Night Raw. And I know Stuart's got some big matches planned for Smackdown. So, yeah, come on, Team Raw, let's go.
Everywhere I go, there's nowhere I belong. And anyone should tell me where will I find? 'Cause everywhere I go, I'm always on my own. Can anyone just catch me before I drown? Can anybody make me feel like I'm not the stranger tonight?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another 04 War, the network save between me and Stuart Irvine. He is Friday Night Smackdown, I am Monday Night Raw here in 2004 WWE over on TW 2020. If you're enjoying the save right now, enjoy it obviously, but also drop a like and tell us you're enjoying it. The views and the likes and comments and support have been fantastic. I do try and answer as many comments as I can. I will get to every comment, more or less, but it may take me a few days, but honestly, brilliant. I'm so glad you're all enjoying it. And yeah, let's carry on. We've given ourselves a lifeline here on the Red Brand. We can still possibly get a WrestleMania main event. If we win tonight, it's 2-2 on the month, and the Twitch chat chooses it. So it's a big week. It's a big week. We got a 93 on Monday. A 93 would be lovely again. So let's see what we can do with that big 8-man tag in the main event. Oh, Brock and Evolution against the Brothers of Destruction, John Cena and Goldberg. I'm excited. I am very, very excited, especially as we got Shawn and Chavo backing it up. I'm confident. Let's go. Let's find out. Okay, Raw kicks off on the pre-show. Dave Finlay beating Shannon Moore for 52. Fine.
Yeah, I thought they would do that. I mean, especially if it's that weird. It's like Finlay. It's like he could that kind of match. It works. It's like, but when you put him against other talent, it hasn't. So,
well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Finlay going forward. Second pre-show match: Orlando Jordan over Nunzio for 41. Not bad at all. Again,
I was kind of. I had a feeling he would do that, but yeah.
Okay.
But, I just find Nunzio's better than Orlando Jordan. Just saying.
Yeah, but Orlando Jordan, maybe there's a plan for him in the future. We'll see. We kick off the main show with a contract signing for the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for the Intercontinental Championship for a 91. Good start to the show. Very good, my friends. It's a contract signing. I don't need to write too much details for this because you all know how this goes. They all say they're going to win the championship or win the match. Randy Orton says he's going to retain the championship. It ends up in a giant brawl between all four men. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
John Cena's the man that's going to stand tall here. Okay. Cena stands tall.
Well, I kind of like it because, like I said, he's kind of I don't want to say the weak link. That's a poor analogy to use, but he's kind of.
He used the weak link out of the three, so Cena getting some rub.
Better word like the dark horse. That's the better word. Yeah, it's like dark horse of the match. Like everyone expects everybody else. Maybe he might.
Yeah.
Maybe makes the match a little bit more interesting. I like it.
Okay. The first match of the night, Booker T versus A-Train for an 82. Good match. Well done, Booker T, getting an 82 out of A-Train. Oh, I like that.
I mean, that victory he got against WWE Champion last week has really boosted him up.
We're not
Right, but if it's worked, anyway.
It has.
Anyway.
85 from Booker, A-Train 59. Booker wins with a scissors kick, nice and clean. Momentum going into WrestleMania. Can Booker T walk out WWE Intercontinental Champion? We'll find out on the next show. But yeah, momentum for him. After the match, Orton tries to hit an RKO just like he did on Cena last week. Booker T saw him coming though, counters, hits the scissors kick on the Intercontinental Champion. Can he do that on Sunday? I guess we'll find out again. 87, good segment. 2 stars, 2 big stars now.
Nice, good. Like it.
Okay, JBL presents video number 2.
Okay, I'm interested to hear the spinners on this one.
And look, this goes in the same way. Voiceover from JBL, reconstructions, and there's 3 stories again. JBL reveals that Ron Simmons told him that actually Ron Simmons knows the cure for cancer, but he has refused to tell anyone because he's a horrible scumbag of a human being.
Oh, I love. Sorry, I know, I love that. I love that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love
know.
that. That's brilliant.
I know.
There's more, isn't there?
Well, Ron Simmons, it turns out, it doesn't matter about him retiring because Ron Simmons is very, very rich. Because it turns out that Ron Simmons was actually a bank robber before he was a wrestler.
You know what I would have said, like just to really put the icing on the cake in that one.
Go on.
I would have said, you know the great train robbery.
I thought about it.
That was one. I've got to be honest though, like it's one of those things that like he was just so working out for, like the idea of like these smear campaigns, and then when you can imagine like. Was it JR be like, oh my god, that's horrible, how dare he, like type stuff. It would work.
There's a final story, and this time we don't show a reconstruction, this time we show archive footage.
When where you got that from?
Did you know that as a veteran in this business, Ron Simmons likes to hold down potential stars, including The Rock? And we show clips of Ron Simmons in the Nation, and it's distorted to make it look like Ron Simmons is the one holding The Rock down.
Oh, is it like the weird tint? Like, was it do the thing where it's like slowed down and it's like kind of like weird tinted something, so it looks like it's like some terrible thing that he's done. Where he hasn't.
It's horrific. It's horrific. Ron Simmons didn't want The Rock to be a star.
Out of all the things he has been accused of and has done in his career, burying The Rock or trying to put The Rock down was his most egregious thing, isn't it? It's got to be the most egregious. That's why he left it too low.
It's unbelievable. But JBL says, on the voiceover, he says, but that's okay because he cannot hold down a wrestling god.
Oh, there's an opportunity there. I just had a thought you should have said, who do it for The Rock?
No, absolutely not.
You were tempted though. I had a feeling.
No. And this video was brought to you by the partners and supporters of one John Bradshaw Layfield.
I'm liking these. These are good. They're really good. I like the idea.
Well, it's one way to build us towards WrestleMania, isn't it?
It's unique. It's unique.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is
anyway.
for sure. Okay. Cool. Right, 83 for a Knockout Artist promo on the Brothers of Destruction. I know. B Show says, you know what, it's just not fair. The Undertaker and Kane decide, they're going to get back together and play happy families, and they automatically get a title shot. After one fluke win, right? One fluke win over us, and it was a fluke, and it would never, ever happen again. But it doesn't matter, right? They hope that Evolution lose the tag team titles at WrestleMania. They hope that Taker and Kane go on and win those titles because they are next in line, says the Big Show. We'll see.
Just something interesting, Matt.
Knockout Artist, though, in action against Scotty 2 Hotty and Spike Dudley for a 56. We did it on the pre-show in the last episode. It's done basically the same, which is what I expected. Big Show wins, bit of a squash, and the tag team look pretty good. Big Show really carrying it, but Noble starting to put in performances, which is fine. Okay.
Nice, to be fair.
Let's go to more important stuff though. Chavo Guerrero cut a promo on Shawn Michaels and Rey Mysterio. No, he's 75 for this. This is good. He's hyping up the match against Shawn, and he says at WrestleMania, Chavo Guerrero will be the only Guerrero wearing gold. He guarantees it. 75. Shawn Michaels cuts a promo on Chavo and Brock. Similar sort of thing, hyping the match against Chavo, talking about WrestleMania. He also reveals that he's got a surprise for Brock Lesnar, and he's going to reveal it at the end of the show tonight. 85. Good promo from Shawn Michaels. Very good promo. What will the match do? It's Shawn versus Chavo Guerrero.
85.
Gets 89. Okay. Okay, Shawn Michaels carrying it, but Chavo Guerrero bringing it still. 67 from him, 93 from Shawn.
It's Chavo, don't it? He's underrated as a wrestler. I know in this game, but yeah. So it would be that kind of high quality in real life. So but yeah, nice. Yeah,
switch of music. Shawn Michaels wins after a distraction from Rey Mysterio, who he's realised that after all the little shenanigans that Chavo's done over the last few weeks, Rey can also play those games and distracts Chavo Guerrero, who eats us the super kick, loses the match. After the match, Well, that allows Rey Mysterio to have some more fun with Chavo Guerrero. Another 619, and the champ stands tall going into WrestleMania. Don't read too far into that, please.
Well, now you said it. You know.
Well, yes, but I'm asking you nicely, people. Do not read too far into this. Sorry, there we go. Honestly, Twitch bots, terrible, but I fixed it. Right, let's crack on. John Cena is going to approach Goldberg backstage, and they're going to say, look, you know what happened earlier with the brawl? We can work together tonight. Goldberg, though, he was a man of few words. He just huffs and walks out. John Cena and Goldberg are on the same side tonight. They may not be on Sunday, of course, but they are tonight. Just a way of putting these two together in the same scene and just, you know...
See how it works out.
Just a little bit of animosity, it seems. Unbelievably.
You're not going to do the old, can they work together type thing on any of these other teammates, are you?
No, probably not, to be fair, but still.
Yeah, good.
Okay, six-man tag, Rey Mysterio. Wow. 72 for this. Rey Mysterio putting an 84. Rey and high risk defeat Tajiri Akio and Rob Conway. I took a risk with these guys, but it's paid off pretty well. 6 minutes, Rey wins.
Nice.
84 for Rey Mysterio. The guy is on a roll, and he's shone in the match, and he's going to go into WrestleMania with that momentum. Okay, Undertaker cuts a promo on Batista for 87. He says last week Batista showed the Undertaker that he can back up his words, and he's every bit of a man that he says he is. But you can't kill the Undertaker, Batista. And Taker makes it very clear that in their match tonight, in this 8-man tag, Taker wants some more of Dave Batista. 87. Taker putting over Batista with the promo is the idea. Putting over how tough he is. And you know what? Taker likes it. Let's go.
Is there like a mutual respect, or is that not a thing in this story?
Batista has Taker's respect, definitely. Ric Flair? No. Batista? Yeah. Okay, Brock Lesnar cuts a promo on Shawn Michaels for an 87. He says he doesn't care what stupid little surprise Shawn Michaels thinks he's got. He's going to go out there, he's going to win the match like a champion does, and then he's going to walk into WrestleMania and end Shawn Michaels' career. 87, good promo from Brock.
Tough talk, but you expect nothing less from Brock. So, but yeah, 87, no surprise there.
Okay, main event time. 8-man tag. We're giving it a bit more time, 15 minutes. It is John Cena, Goldberg, the Brothers of Destruction against Evolution and Brock Lesnar for a 90. Okay. It's about what you expect, but I kind of hope for a little better. Orton was off his game, but still put in an 85. Cena, 77. Kane was the weak link with a 74. But, I mean...
If your weak link's 74, I mean... It's a good match. Really good match.
It is a good match still. It's a 90 Ray match. It's still a good match. But the finish is very important. John Cena pins Ric Flair to win. So you've got Goldberg, you've got Taker, you've got Kane, Brock, Randy Orton, Batista. But the man who is the deciding factor in this, John Cena. Now look, it's not just John Cena's amazing. The idea is this breaks down into a brawl. Taker and Batista, Kane and Brock Lesnar, Goldberg and Randy Orton. That leaves Cena and Flair, and Cena beats Flair. But a big win for John Cena. And this is not how we're ending the show, but it's the big main event match. So, yeah, pretty pleased. Right, we're going to end up with Shawn... Wow.
99. Wow.
Shawn Michaels' surprise for Brock Lesnar.
Almost 100.
Shawn Michaels brings out a Paul Heyman impersonation.
I've got to use this in my set.
He comes out dressed as Paul Heyman with the balding ponytail hair, and Brock does not look happy in the ring, as you'd expect.
I can't believe you've done this.
The guy gets on the mic straight away. Shawn is finding it hilarious. The guy gets on the mic and gets in the ring, gets on the mic and says, "Ladies and gentlemen," and before you can go any further, Brock picks him up with an F5. Because Brock Lesnar is not having this bullshit tonight, I tell you that. I
mean, to be fair with you, it seems like, just Brock wouldn't, it's just like he's had enough of this. So But I like the way it's like he just tries. He's like, you know what, Brock's like F5, get out of this ring. I like it. So
Brock turns to Michael and says, "Oh, you think this is funny, do you?" Right? And they start arguing between them. Shawn not happy that Brock is clearly ungrateful for the surprise that Shawn Michaels has arranged for him. They go face to face, and it looks like they're about to make contact. It looks like they're about to fight, and WrestleMania is about to go out of the window. When Vince, you hear him screaming on the mic, no, stop this, stop this now. And he's throwing security out to get in between them. They don't touch. Vince just saves the main event.
You're doing the old, like, they get pushed back by security, they're both attacking the end of the show, like,
There's
this is what we expect.
Contact between Shawn and Brock, but only because the security were there. The WrestleMania main event, potentially, is saved.
Just by Vince and Keenan, man.
Right, 93 last week. Let's see what we can get this
95, maybe?
I don't know. That 99 is going to boost it big time, so let's find out. And 94, come on, we're on a roll here. We're on a roll. Taker coming back has boosted me big time, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like this. Like as always, the matches you expect are just hitting, hitting every point you want them to. They're doing exactly what you want them to, even better. But I mean, I think I'm not surprised. I mean, again, it's like the Shawn Brock stuff works. Obviously, the main event definitely. As much as like you're disappointed with a 90, but it's still a 90. It's mental, but I mean, I'm surprised, but 94, nice, 93, 94. So fingers crossed. Maybe I can try and get at least close to that. Would be nice.
We'll see. Okay, SmackDown kicks off again. CM Punk on the pre-show. This time defeating Rikishi. 57 for this. Rikishi bringing it. They've got great chemistry, which is worth noting, of course, if you decide to do this match on a main show.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, again, it's just I'm like, it's everyone trying to figure out the last couple of shows, just like see how he goes against people like that's like, you know, high ratings or the rating I want him to be at some point. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you get Punk up to a 65 sort of level, the fact that Punk and Rikishi have chemistry will boost the match.
Maybe it's an opportunity for. Maybe that's the.
It might be a good opening feud for him. That, to be honest.
But yeah, that's why I like this pre-show stuff. It always opens up options.
Yeah, of course. And then the return on the pre-show of La Resistance. That's right. Sylvain Grenier is back, as is the other guy.
Sylvain Grenier.
No. So Grenier is back. Obviously, Rene Dupree was already here. There was someone else as well, but yeah. Anyway, everyone's back. So Resistance are back together, and they've won on the pre-show for a 50. Not terrible, actually.
No, that's good. I mean, for most tag matches, unless you like top tiers, like that's like 50, 60, 55, 60. I'm happy with that. I mean, again, I need to figure out, like, because obviously Rene Dupree did well, but obviously there was bits during the show last couple of weeks when we'll build up to No Way Out, funny enough. It's like he figured out that he does bring some of the numbers down. Yeah. So hopefully now he's got his tag team partner back, that maybe I can put him in tag team matches and that could be, I could boost him up that way.
Yeah, a way to build him up for sure. Okay, we're going to kick off the main show with Mick Foley, of course, for a 99 rated segment. Okay, he's about to lock in a WrestleMania main event, is he? I see.
Okay, so again, Mick, he's the man who seems to be holding himself in together, apparently. But yeah, so I kind of like Mick starts the show, basically like talks about, because obviously again last week he kind of to a point sorted out the whole no number contenders thing, but by solving that problem, he's now got another problem in a sense, because now he's got two number contenders, and obviously they're gonna both go against each other in different in like both singles matches at WrestleMania, so that's locked in. But to kind of I kind of like the idea that he wants to try something, in a sense of it's like he wants to try something different. So like he's sitting there saying, okay, so they're both going to face each other, but the question is, who's going to face who's going to face the champ first? Because obviously, if you've got to face, possibly have two matches a night, wouldn't you want to have the opening match first, or like have the second spot?
So you prefer to be the second to take on the man who's already wrestled once.
Yeah, so like if you get the second spot, then that means you're probably more rested and more likely to probably win the title. So that's what I could have easily just done this, but I like the idea of them.
So what you're saying is, who's going to get the main event?
Yeah, who's gonna get that? And obviously everyone can sit and say, well, we got the Royal, but I just want to mix up a bit. But to find this out, just what I like. I think I kind of like to find this out. Obviously, next game. Just to point out, obviously Eddie, Kurt, and Triple H come out as well. Just to obviously sit there, like kind of listen to what Mick has to say. And then it says in spirit of competition, we're going to find who gets that shot, the main event slot, who gets the second shot at the title, and we're going to find this out in a beat the clock challenge.
Bring it back.
I realize there's something really cool about the beat the clock challenge when it's done right. Hopefully, I think this could work here. And yes, whoever gets the who beats them in the quickest time gets a second shot. And obviously at this bit it says, but he looks at Eddie and he goes, Eddie, you're up first, and you'll be facing this man. And then
that's where Hardcore Holly comes in. It's Eddie and Hardcore Holly to kick off the show for an
85.
Jesus. It's a great match.
I'm loving that.
Eddie Guerrero puts in a 92. Hardcore Holly 58. Eddie really carries him. Wins with the frog splash in 9 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yep. I just obviously in this okay, that actually works perfectly. Actually, I was about to say, ironically, I put 9 minutes 55, so maybe the game was reading my mind there, into a sense. But yeah, so obviously 9 minutes 52 is the time to beat. Kurt's going to whoever his opponent is. Obviously, we know on there, but on the show, it's like who's his opponent going to be obviously in the main event. So so Eddie's got the advantage in the moment. But yeah, 95. Oh, loving
95,
that.
Yeah, very.
It's done way better. That's gone.
That's done
way above
better
expectations.
than I thought it would. Yeah. Interesting segment here. Vitamin C are approached. Oh, Eddie Guerrero debuted a new hope spot that got the crowd behind him. His psychology will be improved.
Brilliant. Good. Any advantages he gets?
Interesting segment.
Interesting, yeah. Kind of wanted to, again, try something different in a sense. So obviously you could sit there and say, okay, Paul Heyman's plan didn't go according to plan last week. Obviously getting one of his Clay Hoss getting a 3D by the Dudleys. So he has to readjust, come up with another plan. So obviously we have a segment, obviously, as we've seen here, walking into the dressing room of Christian and Chris Jericho, kind of sitting there going, okay, I offer you a proposal. So what about, let's help each other out. What about we do a situation where if you can help me soften up the Dudleys for a tag team match at WrestleMania, my clients will help soften up a couple of your opponents for the TLC match at WrestleMania. And obviously, and then kind of Christian Jericho, as you would expect, you'd be like, I like the idea. And and they both smile a lot. I was tempted to do like a really like over the top cartoony laugh, but I don't know if that'll work. But yeah, and it cuts the next scene. But basically, it's like they're both going to do each other a favor to try and help each other out. Yes. Paul Heyman, this is Paul Heyman's. I'm gonna love to call it his contingency plan.
Right. Let's see what happens with that. 59 for a women's segment.
This one is kind of a situation of just Molly Holly. Obviously, our friends are there. Obviously, kind of we're going to say Jazz and Gail Kim are kind of traumatized by the experience where they've been for the last couple of weeks. And again, they're still not speaking at this point. And basically, in the interview, comes in asking like, what happened? Did they said anything? And obviously, but for some reason, Molly Holly, even with Lita and Trish in the ring, got the no. Stu is convinced that it's either Lita or Trish that is behind this kind of stuff, and says she's tired of this. She's going to end it once and for all. So what would that mean? But yes, but again, she's still convinced it's Lita and Trish.
Wow.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is though. Maybe it is. Right. Paul Heyman's plan. Does it work?
Okay. This one I probably couldn't. That's all right. I could have done a situation where I didn't have to do this because obviously it could have set up the whole thing. But I kind of like any excuse to maybe see Paul Heyman and Mick Foley in the same shot or same scene is an opportunity that should be taken. So so basically Paul Heyman just goes into Mick Foley's office saying, yeah, this is the ideal I have, and obviously about tag team matches tonight. And obviously Mick Foley says, yeah, I love that, because obviously there'd be great tag team matches, so he's up for that. But Mick kind of, I don't know if this will work, but kind of Mick kind of says, before you go, we're going to add a little spice to those matches though. So example, if in Chris Jericho and Christian's match, if they win, Jericho's in the TLC match. But if RVD and Storm beat your team, your clients, RVD is in the match. Just to spice it up a little bit. I mean, obviously, I could have just put them in there, but I don't know, kind of put a bit more importance to it, so they kind of all earn their spot to a point in the match.
Look, matches with stakes make sense. So, just to we're on the same page, it's Vitamin C versus the Dudleys, and if Vitamin C win, Jericho's in the match. It's also going to be Van Dam and Storm against the world's greatest tag team, and if the faces win, Van Dam's in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Okay. That's interesting. We'll go to the first of those matches then, because it's we won't. There is a segment in between. Take it back.
He's not cooking. He's not cooking up the high ones this time. But again, this is just kind of to set up that obviously, spoiler to no one, they're probably putting them together as a team, because obviously it feels like they can work. Give them something to do. It kind of works, and obviously, but I kind of like the idea. Mick. Mark Henry and Scott Steiner kind of they're pissed last week. So obviously, for 2 weeks ago they attacked them. Obviously, they both lost their matches against Eddie and Kurt. Yeah. So they're kind of annoyed, like, well, what the hell? Like, we should be like, example, like, there's a reason why they're not got a match. Like, they've gone from being a main event of a show to like not getting anything at all. And obviously we're going to put like Teddy Long as like the manager saying, okay, I've got a plan. You're gonna be happy with this plan. You're gonna be happy with. You won't be so annoyed. Basically, it's like he knows how annoyed they are, but he's come up with a plan as well. So as always, the managers always have, they're quite smart. Always got a plan.
Got their client's best interest at heart. Right, the opening match of this tag team storyline then. World Greatest Tag Team versus RVD and Lance Storm. Can Van Dam book his place into the WrestleMania title match? You bet he can. 75. Van Dam. Wow. Van Dam 85. My God.
That's very encouraging. But yeah, I mean, I remember that. It's obviously because World Greatest Tag Team is just not there just yet, but they're getting there. But like, again, like 71 by Lance Storm's really good as well. Like everyone was. I think
78 as well.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's for their fight, but if you look at the scores, it's like it's really encouraging for potential in the future. But kind of. But again, as you've seen here, was Storm gets the pin against Charlie Horse.
It's an interesting finish. So Storm gets the pin to win, to put Van Dam in the match, which is kind of reduces Storm's chances of. Do you know what I mean?
But true, but then on the flip side, you could sit there and say, well, but wins a win. And obviously momentum's everything in wrestling. So you could always...
And they're baby faces, right? They want to beat the best.
Yeah. So I mean, if it was a heel, then you'd be like, okay. But like in this situation, I get what you're saying with that. It makes, in a sense, it doesn't kind of make sense. But it's like Storm, he said he wants to... He's had a big win against Jericho. He won... and he's got a big, kind of a big one here in a sense. Obviously, no attendance for the tag titles. So I think he's got momentum, and I think that's why I did it. So it looks like maybe he could win it. Maybe.
No, I think it's great. I think it's really cool. Okay, it's not so great for the babyface afterwards though.
No, certainly I'm happy with that. But okay, so after this, it's kind of what I set up before the match is. So straight after, obviously. RVD and Lance Storm would get the win. Obviously, let's call it what they are, the House of Pain. Still love that name. It's a cool name. House of Pain come out and basically take the babyface. Obviously, Christian and not Christian. The World's Greatest Champion just get out of the way and just look at it, going, we're not going to get involved in this. Attack them. Let's go proper kind of like symbolism with it. Sitting there going like they attack them, and then they both get 2 tables. And then they put both of them through tables. Just to point out, we've had a concerto last week. We've got a tables this week.
They've had a beating.
Yeah, and also, but as you can probably imply, it obviously kind of implies that they're in the TLC match at WrestleMania, because this is what Taylor Long was talking about.
Making an impact and making their way into the match.
Yeah, so they haven't got the main event, but they're in one of the most marquee matches on the card. So
good. I like it. Cool. Right, next, another 70 segment. Mick Carrier.
70.
Wow.
Yeah, but gotta love Mick, yeah. So basically, it's kind of similar to what they did in No Way Out when she kind of it's kind of implied that she kind of wanted the match against them. So this one, I like the idea of Molly Holly not slamming through the door, because we kind of implied last 2 weeks that he doesn't have a door. So, kind of goes into it saying, I want to end this once and for all. I want to face Trish. I want to face Leah, and I want to face them both on the same night. I want to face them. I need to end this. I even put the title on the line if need be. I need this match. We need to have this match at WrestleMania. And obviously, Mick's going to be like, yeah, I love this match. 3 of his best women wrestlers going against each other at WrestleMania. He's all in, but again, this could have been just a thing to set up, but I don't know. Just the idea of I like the idea of people trying to make approving matches. Just makes him look like he's in control of the show. I like it, but yeah. So as I said, with the triple threat set for WrestleMania.
Okay, good stuff. Vitamin C promo on the Dudleys for an 84. Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
Christian, the promo king, of course, remember?
Yeah, of course. Maybe by himself, of course. But this one is kind of simple as Chris Jericho talking about how Dudley's like cancer in his locker room, that kind of stuff, and what they did to Paul Heyman was unforgivable type. Proper like. I just love the way you see. Maybe they put go full on it, and that you damn Dudleys type thing. But so basically it's like, and then after that it's going to be a situation where Jericho was saying it's unfair that he's got my friend, my boy, like he's got to go in a TLC match, but by himself. But tonight we're going to win, and I'm going to go in that match to have my partner's back.
Willie, we'll see. Vitamin C versus the Dudleys. Then, will Chris Jericho make the match? He does make the match. Good match as well. 82, by the way. Jericho and Christian really carrying it.
Yeah, but again, we put it as a brawl match, if I remember. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, again, it's the scoring's like 82, but like the scoring from the individual is really encouraging. Stuff like a Christian 85, Chris Jericho in 89. So like, again, it shows that a lot of people in these tag matches are getting high scores. So imagine if I put them in feuds together, then I've got some interesting stuff from the future, maybe. But again, as always, it's going to end in some sort of brawl at the end. So obviously, it's what happens next. It's the next thing. Hopefully, this might do well as well.
82 again.
Yeah, pretty happy. You know why that was carried? It's good. Definitely Scott Steiner that carried that, of course.
Give up.
Well, to be fair, I can't prove it, so I'm just going to wind you up. But yeah, I've just kind of put that you'll start fighting. As you said, they're all involved. Have like a brawl, similar to what they do with Royal Rumble in the Go Home shows. Like when everyone's involved and then you have a fight at the end, type thing. But I like the idea of obviously everybody trying to separate everyone, but do like the symbolism where you've got obviously we're seeing chairs being used with leaves, ladders being used. But I like the idea of obviously we haven't seen a ladder being used, and obviously maybe it's just because to again build on his momentum. Obviously, is maybe he uses like a ladder or like hits like a big move on the ladder. Let's say maybe Chris Jericho. Let's go for that. But kind of that situation, then kind of it's Lance Storm that's Turnstile again, just to point out that this guy's on a roll at the moment. And maybe he could take that momentum all the way to win the US title at WrestleMania.
Maybe he can indeed. Okay, Ivory promo. Ivory, Jacqueline, and Tori all involved in a segment with Mick Foley. He couldn't quite carry it as much here. Yeah,
but I'm really happy because again, the Ivory thing last week kind of worried me a little bit there when I did this. But again, it's got Jacqueline's pretty good. Tori Wilson's pretty good here. But I just want to base. It's kind of set up with Ivy getting an interview, kind of saying that since she's been back, she's about, like a similar, like a veteran type thing. Since she's been back, it's just been disappointed with the quality of women's wrestling in this company. Well, I like the idea, with exception of Molly Holly, of course. She's just amazing. But everybody else, terrible. Everyone's terrible. Then obviously after she says this, obviously you've got Jacqueline and Tori Wilson take exception to these words. And it sets up a kind of fight. Obviously Mick Foley comes out and just says, "I'm not having any of this. No backstage fights." So he's sitting there going, "Okay, take this. Okay, you guys want to fight? What about, just to mix up again? What about you three, triple threat match, and the winner gets a chance at the women's. Well, I always say women's, or the WWE Women's Championship next week on SmackDown." Yep, and obviously, and that match
is next.
Next,
and the person getting a title shot is
Jacqueline. 58. I'm happy with that. That is, I was worried because Ivory was in it, but again, I think because look at that. Tori wasn't getting 60. Was it Jacqueline getting a 52? 50. I'm happy with that. Really happy with that. I just think obviously Jacqueline's been quite impressive in the pre-show matches, and I think she had a match against Molly Holly that done really well. So I'm intrigued to see whoever wins at the triple threat match at WrestleMania against Jacqueline should produce an interesting match next week. So, but thought try something different, because obviously I've been focusing a lot about the other women. Maybe try and see if I can get an interesting feud out of these three. So. Yeah, 50. I'm really happy with that. I think that's really good.
Okay, Triple H promo about the main event for an 89. Good stuff, Triple H again.
Yep, you can always rely on Triple H, and especially in this save anyway. Basically, it's just like Triple H getting interviewed, asked like, who do you want to face first at WrestleMania? With Triple H saying he would rather face neither. This whole thing is a joke. And I like the idea of saying, like, I'm a high quality champion. I'm the best that ever is, and I shouldn't be have to wrestle twice in one night. But basically, say he doesn't care at the end of the day, because next week's show he will still be your world heavyweight champion. Well, but basically, no surprise with Triple H, he's not happy with the situation at all.
Of course not. But how are his challengers getting on 88 for this?
Yeah, I'm happy with that as well. So basically, let's set this up as Kurt Angle is kind of interviewed about his match against RHYNO, asking, kind of bringing up, okay, so obviously Eddie got 9.52, pretty good time there. Do you think you can beat him? And obviously Kurt Angle's saying, yeah, I'm better, I'm stronger, I'm better than him in every way. Of course I can do it. I can do it. And then he's really cocky, obviously saying, I could probably beat him in 5 minutes, whoever my opponent is. That's how good I am. Kind of, because everyone has a little bit of a cocky Angle, because 9 times out of 10 he proves it in the ring. Obviously, and obviously we don't know who that is. Don't want to put it across. But then you got Eddie comes in face to face with him. Comes, oh yeah, think it's going to be easy then? Okay. I'd like to see you try. Can't beat that time. Good luck tonight. Like, being a sarcastic way, and kind of it's very intense, because obviously, Eddie's the question's going in: who's he facing, and can he beat the time?
Let's find out.
Yes. That's. I don't know how this has happened. I honestly don't know, because again, me putting matches against against people like Hardcore Holly and Rhino and all that kind of stuff, and like Scott Steiner and Mark Henry last week. It's like I was expecting him to get that 80s or maybe 70s, but to get 91, it just shows how amazing Kurt Angle is.
The fact, by the way, that the game mocks me by saying Kurt Angle was really off his game. Get out.
But okay, so again, this is as you can see on that's the timings. It says 10 minutes 33, but I want it to be closer than that. I want it to be just lose by a second. So there's kind of I put this match as score proves it's a really good match. I like the idea of Kurt trying to hit the angle slam on RHYNO early, but obviously didn't get the because obviously he said he wants to be in 5 minutes, so wants to get it quick, as you expect. But I like the idea that Kurt doesn't expect it's more of a fight that is more anticipated. Thinking on my feet here, I'm kind of thinking I would love to see the idea of him RHYNO hitting a gore, and Kurt just kicks out just now, because you would have that kind of, oh my god, is he going to do it, and then just kicks out.
Right.
But the kind of end segment is basically like Kurt has RHYNO in the ankle lock. And he does tap eventually, but it's just 1 second over Eddie's time. So as you've very nicely pressed the next segment. Obviously it ends with, as you're not surprised, a brawl. Obviously after this, Triple H comes out to attack Kurt with a sledgehammer. Obviously he's not messing around this time. Hits the ribs of Kurt Angle. Obviously, if you remember for the No Way Out, he did do that before. Obviously he's working on the ribs. So he's trying to work on it, because obviously he knows that's a weak area. Obviously Eddie comes out, tries to help, but then it doesn't work, and Triple H attacks Eddie with a sledgehammer on the back of his leg. So we have a situation where, like, obviously, if he's got an injured leg, he might not be able to hit the frog splash. It's tactical working here by Triple H, using his proper trying to get any advantage now that he knows he's got to face these two at WrestleMania and separate matches. We kind of end with Triple H standing tall, sledgehammer in one hand, world title in the other, and kind of I like the last line saying, "Will this be the fate of both men at WrestleMania?" type thing. But yeah, I'm
That's
really
a good
shocked.
show again. I can't call this. I can't call it. You had a 99 rated segment at the start. You've had some good matches, some good segments. 94 to beat. If Raw wins, we go to Twitch, chat, vote for the WrestleMania. In fact, it may be a vote that you guys on YouTube might be able to get involved with.
Okay.
I'll
But yeah.
let you know on that on the closer. But
Okay.
if SmackDown wins today, SmackDown gets the main event, and it'll be one of the world title matches. Let's find out. 94 to beat. No!
Oh my god. That's my best show as well I've ever done.
Oh no. Because this is the other option that I didn't mention. If he gets a 94 and draws, neither of us win, and SmackDown win the month 2-1. Oh no.
You know, I gotta be honest, I am absolutely shocked. And because again, it's like if you look at it, it's like the idea of like, how the hell have I got was it Kurt Angle getting a 91 out of RHYNO? And what was it, a 85?
It's that there.
All I'm saying is the reason I put them all together is because I know it works. But I'm saying it's like the stuff that I was expecting to, like, maybe the women's triple threat might have been a thing, but that done well. The tag matches are quite solid.
It's a good show. It's a good show, mate. Honestly, I'm not even that upset. As much as it's frustrating, I'm not even that upset. It's a great show.
To be fair, you're probably more annoyed about last week, just Scott Steiner being in the main event than this show, to be fair. But I mean, all I'm saying is, one, if you're going to look at it from a standpoint of what people watching, wow, we're putting some pretty stellar shows on there. But I wasn't expecting that. I thought that'd be another like 89, maybe a 90, because obviously it done similar to it did last week.
Yeah, well, I mean, both brands are hitting all cylinders. Roll on. No. What are the chances of that happening? Both shows a fantastic score of a 94, but it means a draw in the week, which means neither of us win, and means SmackDown win 3-2 for the month. SmackDown get the WrestleMania main event. Oh. That hurts more than the 4-0 in a way. Because, like, if you look at my month, apart from the first week, which is ironically the first week that's kind of cost me now, I've put on 3 back-to-back great shows. So's he. He's just so unstoppable at times. But it's both brands are on a flyer. WrestleMania then should be big. WrestleMania, if you watch on YouTube, will be coming to your way on Monday afternoon. But if you want to watch it live on Twitch, we'll be live tomorrow night, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. UK time, twitch.tv/CarlDiction. Link is in that description down there. So make sure you go over there and follow, and you can watch it live, or the video on demand on there for the live stream, or the cut-up episode version on YouTube Monday. If you like this series so far, drop a like on it. Until next time, WrestleMania awaits, and well, it should be a big one. Peace. I didn't do it. There you go. You can have it. There you go.